Hi there, and welcome to Alex's projection multi-screen Matrox HD Flow how-to video. Yeah, let's just jump right into it. So what I'm working with right now are two BenQ projectors. They're short throw, so I've got them on the ground so that I can actually see them on the wall and everything. Two identical sisters here, and then I'm using my Epson projector as the third. So in each one of these projectors, I am using a cable that is VGA in to the projector, to the back of the projector, and HDMI, or sorry, DVI out. Yeah, so it's a gender bender cable, and I've got each one of them going to each different projector, and yeah, so then from there it's going to go into the Matrox triple head to go. This is the digital edition. Yeah, so then the signal is going to go through this VGA cable or DVI, whichever you have, but your computer, of course, needs to have either a VGA out or a DVI out, unless you've got a what is this, Thunderbolt mini DisplayPort adapter. Uh, be sure to have your USB coming out of the Matrox for power, otherwise it doesn't do anything once you plug it in. So let's plug her in, and one quick thing I wanted to add before I move on was when I first started using the Matrox, I was using these DVI to VGA adapters, and they usually work pretty well. But I found with projection, man, the less adapters and gender benders you can use, the better. That seems to be the trick, because it seems like the more in betweens there are to get things working, the more problems tend to occur. So I mean, in a perfect world, you'd have all three BenQs or all three Epsons projectors. Everything would kind of be the same with the same resolution, and the cables going out would all be the same, and everything would just kind of figure itself out quickly. But that's not always the case. So let's go into the Matrox desktop and configure that. So right now, my computer's on the login page, and you can see that it's red right now. We've got everything plugged in right. Got it in the USB for power, and the mini display port to VGA into the Matrox. But it's red right now because I haven't logged in. So let's do that, and let's configure some resolutions and such. Okay, recording. All right, so right off the bat, I just logged in and started recording, and right off the bat, the Matrox Power Desk popped right up. This is software that you'll need to download if you don't already have it onto your desktop, onto your computer, that is. And then once you get it set up properly, once you get it downloaded and put into your applications and all that, it should pretty much pop up anytime the computer realizes that you're using the Matrox. What I'm seeing right now is the first projector in port 1 is mirroring my desktop, and the second one is black. The third projector is just blue. I can actually turn on my external camera that's not on the screen right now. Computer screen. There we go. So there's the first one mirroring the desktop, and then the one in the middle, right there should be one in the middle right here on this bookshelf. There should be projection happening there, and it's not happening. My Epson is just projecting blue, yet it says that everything's fine. So let's go back to that. Yeah, so the first thing to do, and this could create a problem. This was kind of a problem for me in the past, was make sure that the location of your menu bar is where you want it to be, because I had a really hard time navigating one time when I accidentally put stuff onto the wrong screen. So if I were to unmirror this right now, that could cause all sorts of problems for me and it'd be hard to navigate. Click it onto notebook display and it shows you where things are going to pop up. And this is just a preference if you want to, you know, be able to move off to the screen somewhere and move to the right of the display, and you know your mouse will go from the computer to this screen to this screen to this screen and so forth. Anyway, so right now, what do we got going on? It looks like it automatically has put. Well, first let's start with the system preferences. So we're going to go into displays. We're going to go into arrangement, and I'm going. There we go. So now we got a fuller screen, but I'm still looking at the first projector working, the middle one black, and my last one is blue. So you can see right here that this is the only screen that's being shown. It's not very big, so we can kind of assume that it's just the one projector. Yeah. So it looks like what's happened is the projectors have automatically gone to this setting right here. Recommended display setting, which is 1280 by 860 hertz. That's too much. From what I understand, that's too much resolution, I guess. It's too much because the two BenQs are good, but my Epson I don't think is going to be able to do that. Basically, what needs to happen to get all three of the projectors to communicate is you have to kind of dumb down the resolution. It has to be dumbed down a little bit. So you'll select right here and use a selected display setting. So it's possible that we could go up into the 800 by 600, but I'm just going to go to the very just lowest common denominator. I'm going to do 640 by 480. And then just make sure that's selected there, and then we hit apply. It's going to take a minute. Now I'm probably going to lose the video for now because it says it needs to restart in order for it to take place. So let me switch over to my external camera. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to stop this video real quick. There we go. Go away, video. Okay, so yes, let's restart. Go. All right, we should be loading up now. So we're seeing things starting to take effect. Still blue over here, unfortunately. And my desktop's loading up. And it looks like we're still blue over here. Let me double check and make sure it's on the right source. Can't really see. Yeah, it is. Okay. Let's see. Go away. Okay, so it looks like it's still not quite working yet, so let's try something else. Let's go to EDID management. So we got EDID management here. Let me switch over. There we go. Okay, now I can put the camera down. So we got EDID management here, and I think what I forgot to do before I restarted the computer was to go into EDID management, and I'm not sure what that stands for, but yeah, come in here and I want to specify number of displays, like that. Yeah, but it looks like it's already over here. So apply changes, and there's some flashing going on the wall. Okay. And then I think if I go back to, oops, wrong click. Go back to here, do this one more time, and let's try applying. Should hopefully now identify all the screens. Yep, and it did. Let me get my external camera. Here we go. Okay, we're back to, yep, there we go. So you can, having some connection issues a little bit, it looks like. Now it's doing that thing again where it sits and flashes. I'm not sure why it does this, but I notice what stops that is to go into displays, arrangement and then just click a million times so the projector is getting signal from somewhere. But yeah, I'm basically highlighting. You can see now what's happened is I have a great big long screen now. So that definitely should give us a clue that all three screens are being read. The reason why we're seeing white in the middle is because that's the second projector having its system preferences up. There you go. So I got all three screens going over each other. Let's do something fun and pull it up in QLab. Let me turn this off. Here we go. Let's pull open QLab. Let's try something fun. So I'm going to place a video cue, and before I do anything, I want to go into the video surface, display and geometry, video surface 1, which is the automatic surface. So it's the color LCD, so it's my screen. I'm going to go ahead and delete that, and then I'm going to hit the plus sign and add in display, 1920 by 480. So it looks like we're in good shape. We got a great big long screen. And so at this point, this white back here, for anybody who doesn't understand that might be watching this, this white screen is basically the virtual wall. The virtual wall that I'm projecting onto, so my walls in the basement right now. So I'm going to go ahead and change the dimensions of my display, or the virtual wall, the surface, to 1920 by 480. And that should fill up everything. Let me turn on my external camera so we can see that. There we go. And I'm going to hit grid up here. And then we've got grid. We got 1 projector, 2 projector, 3 projector from the Epson there. And all the ones down here. There we go. So everything seems to be working all right. Let's X that out. And I'm just going to place something in here. Just do a little animation that I made. And so what we're looking at now is that gigantic screen that we saw, that big long screen in system preferences. And what you can do for design purposes is you can, if you want, because right now you can see what's happening. Let me turn on my external camera. You can see what's happening is it's only in some of the full long surface. So if I hit go, it's only showing up in the middle, which is because basically, let me turn down the audio. What we're looking at basically is projector 1 is about, so much. Projector 2 is probably about this much, and then projector 3 is the rest of it. So we got BenQ1, BenQ2, and then my Epson. So that's why we're only seeing my animation show up. Let me click that again. In the middle right there, in the middle area. Well, it's going into projector 1 a little bit, but mostly staying in projector 2. So one thing you can do, if you have a nice flat surface that all three screens are fitting beautifully on together and everything's perfect, you can go to custom geometry, and then whoa, you see it's all stretched and ginormous now. Now this isn't ideal because your aspect ratio is all wrong and your image is going to look all stretchy, but hey, if it's a design choice, so what? So I hit go again. See, now it's my little arms on one, and let's throw the pin, heart grenade, and we're stretched across all screens, even the Epson over there. Kind of cool. One cool thing you can do is, let's see, let me lock this, let me pull it back. There we go. So this is the aspect ratio of my video. One thing you can do is you can isolate a video to one projector. I'm going to squeeze it. I am going to make it a little squeezed a little bit because I want it to fit in just one section. So I can go like that. So now it's only showing in this one screen, this one projector over here. Yep. It's only showing right there. Let me pause this. I'm going to pause it right there. And then one thing you can do to get multiple surfaces doing individual things, I'm going to hit Command V and copy it. So I just basically copied this cue, but what I'm going to do now is grab this video and put it over here in the middle area. There. And if I hit that one, it's showing up in just the middle projector area. Where'd it go? There it is. There's the explosion. Let me pause it again. So now we've got it going on these two projectors, so on and so forth. This really comes in handy when you're trying to get specific things happening in, you know, specific times and different projectors. Yeah, so this is all happening on the Epson side now. So if I were to exit out, hit escape, and then let me link. I'm going to link these for fun, and then I'm going to play all three of them at the same time. And we've got 3 videos basically. The problem with this is, you know, depending on your computer's RAM capability, how much it can handle, this may not work. If your computer can't handle a whole lot, but you know, my computer can at least play 3 videos at one time, which is perfect because I have 3 projectors going. But if I were to do multiple videos, like maybe one layering on top of another, that would probably create a problem. But yeah, anyway, so there's a quick rundown of how to use the Matrox triple head to go.